Today, we'll be making our own video looper using the Libre LePotato. Video loopers are everywhere. You've probably seen them at restaurants, nail salons, banks, everywhere. Basically, it plays a video, one single video, and it loops forever. If you have a Raspberry Pi, then all you have to do is go to videolooper.de, download it, write it to a microSD card, and then you're done. But sadly, as you know, the Raspberry Pis are very hard to find. So in today's video, we're going to create a video looper using this board. The price is just 35 bucks, and its performance is between a Raspberry Pi 3 and Raspberry Pi 4. First things first, let's get the IMG file for it. Go to this website, download this IMG file. This is the full OS version, by the way. Don't get the light version, it does not work. Or at least I couldn't get it to work. Once you download it, use 7-zip to extract the file. After extracting the file, this is what you should get, the IMG file. Now insert a microSD card into your computer. Use Win32 disk imager to write the IMG file to the microSD card. Click on Open Folder. Select the IMG file that you extracted from. Choose your microSD card drive, and then click on Write. After it's done writing the IMG file to the microSD card, insert the microSD card into your LePotato. So this is what it looks like on the back of the LePotato. The microSD card goes right into the slot. On the first boot, you'll need a USB mouse, a USB keyboard, HDMI, micro USB to power it up. I use a Samsung phone charger to power this thing up, which is about 5 volts and 2 amp. Also, I highly recommend using a Ethernet cord to power it up. That way you can control it remotely, but that's totally optional. Upon booting up for the first time, this is what you should see. So go ahead and select your country, your language, and the time zone that you're in. Click on Next when you're ready. I don't know why it takes a while to set up the location and all of your preferences, but it does take a while. Maybe less than 5 minutes. Next, it's going to ask you for your username and password. Go ahead and enter your username that you want and the password that you want. If you want to update it, go ahead and click on Updates. Otherwise, I hit Skip and then I restart the machine. This is what it looks like when it boots up. You're greeted with a desktop. Go ahead and go to the upper left hand corner and click on Terminal. We need to do some extra settings, so go ahead and type in sudo space raspi-config. Go down to interface option and go to SSH, and you want to enable SSH. This way it lets you control the machine remotely from another laptop. Oh, I should mention this step is totally optional, but for me, I find it very convenient to be able to control the machine from another machine. So assuming that you have the Ethernet cord connected, go to the upper right hand corner to find out what this machine's IP address is. So you can see that it's 192.168.1.40. Let's open PuTTY up. Type in the IP address of the LePotato that you saw earlier, which is .40. Click on Yes. Log in as the username that you created and the password for that username. So first, let's do some updating. Sudo space apt space updates. Next, we need to install mplayer. Copy and paste this command. All you have to do is copy it and right click to paste it. That's sudo apt install mplayer-GUI. It will ask if you want to install. Type in Y, which is for yes. You know, one thing I forgot to mention is that we need to go back into sudo raspi-config again. We need to go in and disable sleep mode. So go down to display options, down to screen blanking and disable it by clicking no, by choosing no. It's going to ask you to reboot, and go ahead and do a reboot. Right now I'm logging in remotely via my desktop, so I'm going to do my login and password again. We need to create a file. This file will tell the OS to load up the video that's on the USB drive. So go ahead and create the file, sudo space nano space video.sh. Sleep 30. This tells the OS to wait 30 seconds before loading up the video. So here's the command, mplayer space dash fs, which is for full screen, space the location of your file. For me, this file is on a USB drive. The USB drive is labeled video. Inside the video USB drive is file.mp4, which is a mp4 file. This USB drive is FAT32 file partition. I don't know if it matters, but it's FAT32. And you want it to be endless loop, so it's a dash loop space 0. It's important that this dash loop command is in the back. That means you want the file to play seamlessly with absolutely no gap. Control X to exit, and if it asks you to save, then go ahead and type in Y for yes. Now it's nice that you have the script to tell it where to load the file from, but you have to tell it to automatically load up the script to run it. So go ahead and type this in, sudo space nano slash etc slash xdg slash autostart slash display.desktop. Display.desktop is just a file name. You can name it whatever you want. I chose it to be display.desktop. Your file should be empty because it's a brand new file, but this is my file because I created already. You can go ahead and name it whatever you want. I named mine as Looper. You're telling it to open this bash application. That bash application will then open this script that we created earlier. Once you're done, Control X again to get out, and if it asks you to save, type in Y for yes. Oh, and I almost forgot, you need to make the video.h file executable. So go ahead and in terminal do chmod space plus x as in Xena space video.sh. This will make the sh file executable, otherwise it will not work. Now, assuming that you have the USB drive with the file in it already, let's verify everything is working. Go ahead and do a reboot, sudo space reboot. If all is good, then you'll see that your machine reboots, and in about 30 seconds it automatically opened that MP4 file on your USB drive. This Libre LePotato board is incredible. We're just so lucky that nobody knows about this board yet, and so there's no scalpers buying all of the inventory yet. The board is just as good as a Raspberry Pi, any Raspberry Pi I find it. So you saw in my previous video, I use it as a Octoprint laser engraver controller. And I even got Logitech Media Server running on it. Just amazing. Alright, hopefully you found this video tutorial helpful to get your video looper up and running. I really appreciate you guys subscribing, and thanks for watching.